Good morning, students. In our last English class, we have studied a memory poem, The Listeners. Isn't it, ba? It is your memory poem. So, once again, I'll teach you and then I'll read for you. Okay, ba? So, the poem name is The Listeners. Is there anybody there? Said the traveler. In the forest, a traveler is there. He knocking on the moonlit door. He saw a house there in the forest. So when he entered the house, knocking on the door first. Is there anybody there? Like that, said traveler. And his horse in the silence champed the grasses. So in the midnight, the horse make a noise by champing, chewing. Champing means chewing the grasses of the forest ferny floor, the floor full of ferny floors. Ferny means flowerless plants. And a bird flew up out of the turret above the traveler's head. Above the traveler's head, a bird flew out of the turret. Turret means a small tower above the traveler's head. And he smarted upon the door again a second time. Second time also he smart. He knocking the door loudly. Is there anybody there? He said. The traveler said. Once again he said, is there anybody there? But no one listened to the traveler, but no one answered to the traveler. No head from the leaf fringed sill. Here, leaf fringed means border, window border. Okay, wow. Sill means frame. No head from the leaf fringed sill. No head from the window sill. Leaned over and looked into his grey eyes. No one peeped out and looked into the traveller's grey eyes, where he stood perplexed and still. So far he stood there in a perplexed condition. Perplexed means confusion. But only a host of phantom listeners they. So there are only a host of phantom listeners here. Phantom listeners means host. Here he explained no human is there. It is not a house for humans. It is a phantom listener's house. Like that he thought. That dwelt in the lone house then. So it is a lone house. So no one is reside there. So only the host only dwelt there, stood listening in the quiet of the moonlight. So the host of random listeners only listening in the moonlight. To that voice from the world of men, no one hear the world of men. Stood thronging the faint moonbeams on the dark stair. So thronging means, as I told, crowding. So the host of phantom listeners are not in a single host. They are very crowding the faint moonbeams on the dark stair. Up under this dark stair, they stood there and listened my words. That goes down to the empty hall. There is look into the empty hall, hearkening in on air stirred and shaken. When he hear his voice, the ghost of phantom listeners are all hearkening. Hearkening means listening attentively. They are all hearkening when the air is shaken by the lonely traveler call. So far, the traveler is stood there